What's up, everybody? Man, it's your boy, Mr. Duga, coming at y'all with another video, man. And tonight, man, I'm going to talk about the LSU Tigers have hired Bo Pelini to be the old slash new defensive coordinator, yo. Before I get into this video, man, for everyone, if you want to give me a follow on Instagram or send me a friend request on Facebook, I'm gonna have my Instagram and my Facebook information down in the description box. Come give me a follow on the gram. Come send me a request on the book. Come holler at your boy, yo. Oh wow, this is surprising, man. Very much surprising. When I was thinking about defensive coordinators, man, I was thinking about guys like Randy Shannon, and Charlie Strong. And I never thought we would go back to Bo Pelini, man. For one, he was a head coach, at Youngstown State where he was having pretty solid success. And that's his alma mater, man. So, for him, now granted, he gonna make much, much more as a defensive coordinator at LSU than he did as a head coach at Youngstown State. But in an ego-driven business, it's kind of surprising that you would give up a head coaching job to be a D coordinator. But with that being said, man, I mean, I like it a lot, bro. When he was the defensive coordinator, man, he came in with Les Miles in 2005. And in 2000, it got off to a slow start, man. I remember the Arizona State game, we gave up a whole bunch of yards. Then the Tennessee home game, we gave up a whole bunch of yards. But the rest of the season, man, we was great defensively, man. With the exception of like the Georgia SEC championship game, we was great. The 2006 season, man. With and then we didn't really even play terrible defensively against Florida. That was more so of like the offense couldn't really get things going. But only other loss besides Florida was a 7-3 loss to Auburn, which obviously the defense played well. Got a Sugar Bowl win against Notre Dame, and obviously, man, the '07 season. A couple of games where we gave up a little too much points, but nevertheless, the defense was great, man, led by guys like Glenn Dorsey, obviously. Craig Steltz was an All-American and Thorpe Award finalist. Chevis Jackson, all these guys, man. Tyson Jackson. It was a Derry Beckwith. It was a very great defense, man. The last time we won the national championship, and of course, he took the head coaching job at Nebraska, and it didn't necessarily go great from over there. Eventually, got fired, but had great success at Youngstown State, man. But obviously, Bo, he knows defense when he was here at LSU, man. Obviously, when he had this type of personnel, he was very successful as a defensive coordinator. Like I said, got him, a Power 5 head coaching job. The one thing I do wonder a little bit is, Dave Aranda bought in a 3-4 scheme. Bo Pelini is more known for a 4-3 scheme. Especially when you got a guy like, who we was expecting to have big things from in Marcel Brooks, who is more like a 3-4 outside tweener type of pass rusher. If he puts on more weight, if we do go to a 4-3, how do we use him? He's a little small, to be a 4-3 DN, man. Do we put him at linebacker? It's questions like that. Tyler Shelvin, he's more of a zero technique defensive lineman in a 3-4, lining up right above the center. Now having to play, a different technique in the 4-3, he would have to line up, in between the center and the guard. It's just little things like that I wonder if we do go to a 4-3 with certain 3-4 personnel type of players that we have. But nevertheless, man, the guy was amazing as a defensive coordinator at LSU, man. Now, granted, it was many years ago, but I think it's a good hire. He has the one thing, he has a huge personality. Like, I remember seeing videos back in the day, man. It was very profane, laced tirades on the sideline, to motivate his players. That's the complete opposite of Dave Aranda, who was more chill, more laid back, more calm, So, that's just how the players react to that. How him and Coach O work together, knowing that they both have big personalities. And the personnel, do we stick to what do we go back to a 4-3 and what we do with our 3-4 personnel type of players? But like I said, nevertheless, man, I mean, the guy knows defense. The guy was a national championship defensive coordinator with us. He has a ton of experience. You know, one thing about LSU, we're going to have talent on that side of the ball. It's just, can he hire in a guy that could come up with a scheme, to execute, the defense. And from recent history, we've won a national championship with him having a great defense, man. So I'm very intrigued, man. I'm very intrigued. I like it. I like it, yo. I'm just curious to see what happened, man. I'm the only reason I'm not gonna say I love it is because, like I mentioned, the personalities of him and Coach O, and the 3-4 the players that we got, that's 3-4 type of players, potentially moving to a 4-3. But besides that, man, if he's going to be around for a while, he's going to get his type of players to run his type of scheme. I'm all for it, man. Welcome back aboard, Bo Pelini. But with that being said, man, that's all I got for y'all tonight. Appreciate y'all checking out the video. Go on, hit the like button for your boy and give me a subscribe, man. I'm going to have LSU and NCAA content throughout the year. Also, this coming Tuesday at 6 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Central, 3 p.m. Pacific, I'm going to do a live Q&A. Y'all can come on there and ask me anything. Tell me anything. I'll answer your questions, respond to your comments, and give you a shout out on the live, yo. Y'all should come join me. It'll be some good stuff. Until then, man, y'all have a blessed one. Go Tigers.